your house at all, okay? But I am here on request of both of these parties to help alleviate the issue with the fence, or the entire fence line is within a year. It's going to have to be replaced.
So what are you trying to do? What are you here to do?
I'm here. My heart's racing.
Well, mine is too.
I knew this was coming. I have the messages. I'm not here looting any of your shit. Don't worry. Okay. Can I take you back and show you?
Oh, I've seen, but go ahead.
No, just to explain. I came here on a yard sale one time and bought some stuff from you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember a while back.
No, I wasn't here. No.
You and your grandbabies weren't having the yard sale?
No, I ain't got no grandbabies.
Okay.
Sorry. No.
Are your daughters?
No.
Then who bought the house? Did you buy the house?
This is my house. It's been my house for over 20 some years.
You never had a yard sale?
I don't have any grandbabies. But anyway, I wouldn't remember you.
Sorry, there were some young people that were here working.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. But anyway, you show me your communication with the previous tenant.
Eric. One moment, please. And I had him send me the message.
Oh, okay,
I mean
okay.
no harm.
Okay, that's fine.
Not trying to.
The problem is he means me harm.
I think he's actually looking out for you by having this done.
Listen, I don't even want to talk about him. But you show me communication and where you agreed, then I'll let you.
The cops are on their way to take me out.
No.
I do handyman work.
Okay, just show me the communication.
Okay. All right, Eric. This is his messenger. He's trying to get this situation fixed for you, 100%.
If not for me, for him. Before I call a lawyer.
Okay.
We can barely see that, but whatever.
I mean,
what does it say? Thank you for making time to care. The issues with our neighbor's fence, which is caused by the pool installation company piling dirt from the pool installation, the last minute leaving us no time to properly install the corrugated metal to ensure it would not cause damage to the neighbor's fencing. Matthew will be greatly appreciated as well in return for the repair of the fence and proper replacement of Matthew's fence panels, snap slats. I will sell you the hot tub for $150. Thanks again for your hard work. Keep on scrolling.
So I sent him $75, and that's typically a $500 job.
Well, I don't care how much it costs. I was going to sue him anyway. Okay.
What you do with your life is, I'm trying to.
Okay, but technically, when he moved out I won't get into our agreement with him. I'll go ahead. So what are you gonna actually do? Move all those plants and everything?
This neighbor would like them gone, like those plants moved.
That's fine.
He wants, because it's going to destroy it. It's going to.
Okay.
They get this back.
Okay.
But in return, I'm still going to put the bed there. I was just going to put the.
But the problem is, do you know how this hot tub? Because I don't want to turn on my water or whatever, and then water shoots out. How are you gonna take out the hot tub without damaging whatever?
So it's not connected to any main water source, from what I believe.
Okay, show me.
I haven't even fully inspected it yet.
Okay.
Do you want to switch to a different?
No.
Do you
Go
mind if I
ahead.
record this as well?
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of My Nightmare as a Landlord. I know it's been a while since I've talked about it, and to be totally honest, I've been somewhat depressed about the whole situation. And so I really didn't want to talk about it because it's still an ongoing issue. And I'm recording on my computer right now because I need to use my phone to reference some things. And also, my phone is kind of low on the battery. But anyway, I'm going to post, maybe before I even start this part, a video of a guy that the tenants hired to go over the day after they moved out because the neighbor next door has a privacy fence. and said that the tenants, when they put plants along the fence, and that when all the rain and wind of the hurricane, it started to damage his fence and his yard, and it pushed out some of the slats on his fence because of the pressure from all the dirt. Honey, anyway, first of all, my lawyer told me I'm not responsible for the tenant and what they did to somebody else. So I'm not even worried about that. But anyway, the tenants hired some guy to come around the next day to move the dirt and the plants from up against their fence in exchange for the hot tub that they put in the back of the yard. The hot tub. In exchange for the hot tub and a payment of like $75, something like that. So I have a video of this guy as I pulled up. As you can see, he's very, very nervous. He was so nervous that I was going to call the cops and this and that. And I had him show me uh, some documentation of what the tenant had sent him. And keep in mind that this was literally the day before, no, 2 days before I was going on vacation. And of course, so much is going on. I'm not thinking right. I should have just told him to go. But I let him do whatever he needed to do. Well, what I thought he was going to do is move the plants, take the hot tub, and be on about his business. And of course, I didn't tell the guy I was going out of town, but honey, when I came back, first of all, I may have mentioned in another video that they put a pool in the backyard. It was supposed to be above the ground, but they dug 3 feet below the ground. And later on, I'll show you pictures of that also. So when they left, they cut the PVC piping leading to the pool so I would not have any use of the pool. They cut the electrical connection to the pool. They cut a lot of stuff. I would not have use of it. But either way, part of the lease is whatever they do to that house, whether they change the refrigerator or whatever, it belongs to me after they leave. And I guess they figure, well, if we leave this pool, then you ain't gonna have no use out of it. And certainly I didn't. But anyway, I go on vacation for my birthday. I come back and I go to the backyard and the pumps to the pool. There was a big, I guess it was like a big fan for when it's hot to blow on them. And there are two different kinds of pumps. There was actually three different things back there. I know one was like a saltwater filtration system because it was a saltwater pool, and the other was a pool pump. How about they were missing, y'all? Right away, I knew it was this guy that you see in the video. And because he wanted a copy of me recording him, I had his phone number and his name. So without hesitation, I just text him. I didn't say, "Did you take the pumps away? What did you do with my pumps?" I told him in the text message, "Bring my pumps back to my yard." Simple as that. Honey, the whole day we were going back and forth. He was like, "These are my pumps. Eric told me I can have them. He did so much for you, blah, blah, blah." Back and forth. I said, "Listen, don't get involved between me and the tenant. You have no idea of what was in the lease, and I'm not going to discuss it with you. Just bring my property back. This is my property. Once they left and turned in the key, everything is mine. Just please bring it back. I won't call the cops. You'll never hear from me again." We went back and forth and back and forth, and I'm trying to be kind, and this is probably one of my flaws is being kind to people when they do me wrong. I'm not an aggressive kind of person. And I told them, return the pumps. You had no authorization to take them. I was being very kind by not calling the cops on him that day that I recorded him. He told me that I'm just trying to live off the benefit of what the tenants did to my house. I told him once I turn over the key, everything belongs to me. And he said, "Well, I'll call the cops." I said, "Please do." Um, and I told them again, mind your business. I said, "You don't want me to call the cops because you were pretty much about to shit in your pants the first time you saw my face anyway. And I had my phone in your face recording you." Um, and he said he was just trying to fill his agreement. I said, "The agreement did not include you taking the pumps." Oh, and he took a big old plant also. It's almost like a tree. He took that also. I said, "Hey, you can keep the tree, but just bring back the pumps." We went back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. And so I gave him warning, and he just kept going on and on. And then at one point in time in the text messages, you can tell that he got kind of scared. He said, "Oh, I made a big mistake." Then he started trying to call me. I said, "No, we're not going to have any verbal conversations. Um, just bring back the pumps. I'll give you till the next, I think I gave him till the next morning. Just return them." I said, "If not, I'm just going to file a police report." Um, yeah, and he went on and on. He said, what did he say? He said, "Sadly, the law is in favor of honey, doesn't make any sense. I've recorded every conversation between him and I. I will return it when I retrieve my plants." Oh, he thought he was going to come back and get more plants and finish the job because he never finished the job anyway, but he took the hot tub and the plant. Um, I said, you're not authorized to continue anything else. That's it. Just return my pumps." And I told him, I said, "Let me just warn you, the tenants are not here to help you when I file a police report on you. They're, we found out they're in Indiana. They're not here to help you. So you're going to have to deal with me and the cops." Oh, he said, "Don't threaten me. I have dealt with the likes of people like you." Um, he went on, and then offering me some matching stones, paver stones. I said, "You have 5 till 5 p.m. to return my pumps." And he said that I was harassing him. And then at one point he said, "Hi, I'm sorry. I believe this may have been an attempt to get some kind of revenge towards you from Eric. I believe I may be in the middle of a serious dispute." Duh. "If you would kindly call me, I'd like to discuss a resolution." I said, "Yes, you have made a huge mistake in not returning my property." Um, he went on and on and on. Then he, listen, he actually wrote some kind of a poem. Let's see. He said, "I was not able to and reach out to rectify the situation with you." Um, how did he write this? He didn't make a full sentence. Uh, Situation you, however, have delayed response intentionally to justify your rationality and further strengthen your case against Eric and partner. I am a mere patsy in the tit for tat quarrels you two have with each other. I have I know what I had been given permission to have. You can attack me in vain all you wish, but there is no glory in slaying a person with nothing as it stands. This makes no sense to me. But he wrote, "You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise." I'm going to cover up his phone number, but I don't know if you guys, oh, I don't even know if you can see it. But honey, he went Maya Angelou on me. Went Maya Angelou on me. I said, "You idiot, save the poem for the police. I told you what would happen." And eventually, I ended up filing a police report. Here in St. Pete, you don't call, you have to do it online. I filed a police report. Even in the report, I wrote that I have a video of him, I have the text messages, and it's December. Y'all think I'd have heard from the police? crickets. So I don't even know what's going to happen with that. At right now, it's a moot point. I have bigger issues to deal with, but just to give you some idea of what I've had to go through in dealing with these people. And the text messages go on and on and on. But I told them I'm going to file a police report. Better not see his ass out in the streets. But then, with the way that he looked, we probably don't run on the same streets anyway. Okay. So, moving right along, just to bring you kind of up to date. I've had work done on the house, and even still, it's almost like every time I turn on, there's a little something. But right now, the inside of the house is ready to be rented. I actually have it up on a couple of sites. I had some inquiries, but only one person came to see it. And with the way that I feel now, I'm not even in a real hurry to rent it because I feel like I've been traumatized by this whole situation. Um, the pool, I'll post a picture of the pool. I drained the pool and visually, when I saw the pool, I'm like, how am I going to get rid of this damn pool? Someone suggested putting it on Facebook. I said, fine. Somebody come get it, take it for free. I posted it on, I think, a Saturday. Somebody came and got it by that Tuesday or Wednesday. I said, you have to disassemble it and take it out yourself. But visually, it wasn't until this guy removed the pool that I realized they dug this pool. They basically made it an in-ground pool. It was 3 feet deep, not just sitting on top of the grass, which is what I thought. That's what a above ground pool was, just sitting on top. Maybe you level it out a little bit, but the hole was 3 feet deep. I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to fill this in? I did not want to keep the pool because of liability. I don't want to possibly rent out the house with somebody with kids and they end up drowning. It's in a family neighborhood. There's a bus stop right at the corner, even though there's a privacy fence, but still, kids are nosy. They can probably peek through the back or look up at the top or just anyway. I didn't want the liability of having a pool, nor did I want to keep the pool and have to deal with the maintenance of repairing the pool or cleaning the pool and having the pool clean. I didn't want any of that. So that's why I had the pool removed. So then I had to deal with what am I going to do with this big ass crater in my backyard? To make a long story short, I had to buy dirt, even though people were giving away dirt. You can go on Facebook Marketplace and people give stuff away for free, even dirt. But I had no way of getting the dirt. I had no truck, no bobcat or anything to load the dirt onto a truck. I had nobody really to help me and think about this until the other day. Somebody who does work like that was like, Valerie, why didn't you call? I didn't even think about it. Anyway, so I had to kind of sort of figure it out myself for the most part. But my guy Jose, who does work for me, he says if you have the dirt delivered, he can have his workers fill the dirt. But I didn't even know how much dirt. So I had to do a rough estimate of how big the pool was, how deep it was, and when I checked with one it's a quarry not far from me. They wanted $900 just for dirt. I'm like, $900, almost $1,000 just for dirt. And that doesn't include filling the hole. And I'm still trying to figure out how they got a bobcat or whatever in the backyard to remove the dirt because to get a vehicle back there like a bobcat or whatever to fill the dirt, of course taking off the door of the gate would be probably easy, but there's no way that about I just had to figure it out. and there was no way a truck could go back into that alley. And even with the arm, those trucks with the big arm to put the dirt over the gate, over the fence, because he has all these plants along the fence. And then all that dirt would have killed the rest of the grass anyway. Anyway, so my guy Jose says if you have dirt delivered, you can have it delivered into your driveway, lay down tarps so that the cleanup is easy, and his workers will just use wheelbarrows and a shovel. And that's what I did. I found another company that sold dirt. It was $500. And how about the next week they dropped the price to 400? I was so mad. Um, to deliver 2 truckloads of dirt in my driveway. It was so much dirt. And afterwards, I'm thinking, this is too much damn dirt. This is way too much. But initially, I said, well, it's better to have more than not enough, honey. It was so much dirt. It was ridiculous. So my guy Jose had his workers fill the hole. It took them, I don't know, it took them it took them days just to fill it. And then I got a call saying, well, we're done filling the hole, but there was still about 3/4 of a mound of dirt in my driveway. And they were like, you just paid us to fill the hole. You didn't pay us to take all the dirt back there. They wanted more money to take all the rest of the dirt back to just spread it along the areas where there's no grass. And listen, I've already put out a whole lot of money. I said, just leave it there. I'll figure it out. So I initially, when I looked at the amount, I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. And I had a friend who was going to help me, and he came over. We met. Oh, yeah, we can do this. Honey, his ass didn't last more than an hour and a half. Like, literally, sir, why are you even wearing jeans and your good tennis shoes? So and the workers left, I guess they forgot the wheelbarrows in the backyard and the 2 shovels. So at least we had the wheelbarrows and the 2 shovels. Otherwise, I would have had to pay for that equipment. So for every 2 wheelbarrows I took back, he took back one. Then he would come back to that mound, put his hands on his hips and just talking, talking, talking. And child, when he talking about he gonna need a good massage after this, no, sir. I didn't ask you to help me. You offered to help me. Now, if you want me to buy you lunch or compensate you, some money or whatever, which wouldn't have been more than what I would have paid workers, but still, you offer. Listen, no, sir. And plus, hell, you could barely last an hour wheelbarrowing this dirt. What makes you think that any hanky panky gonna be going on? I don't trade coochie for dirt, okay? I just don't do it. And I don't spin the block. He was my ex from 20 years ago. So no, we're not spinning the block, sir. So anyway, needless to say, he left. He claimed that he would come back and help me on another day, but I needed this dirt out of my driveway. So I continued to work that day, the next day, and the next day. So it took me about 2.5 days. The first day was about 7 hours, the second day about 7, 8 hours, the third day was about 4 hours. So it really took me about 2.5 days to move all of that dirt to the backyard and put it even over where the pool was, because eventually the 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 dirt will settle over time with rain and this and that. and put it in areas where they had the hot tub. There was another area where there was no grass, where they put down like outdoor rugs. So I toted all of that dirt. I had to be my own hero, y'all. Um, and so with that, it kind of pissed me off even more that, yeah, I'm going to go after their asses. But then again, I want this to be over. In talking with the lawyer, she says we can still go after them, but she does not want me to be disappointed in the end. She says we can get a judgment, but I don't want you to be disappointed that whatever that judgment is, I'm probably going to end up paying her more than the judgment because she's a very expensive lawyer. But really, I just want this to be over with. Um, the backyard still needs some work done. The inside of the house can be rented. That's no problem with the inside. At least I haven't found anything else. The backyard, I still have to spread the dirt kind of flat because it's just a bunch of mounds back there. It's winter time, even though we're in Florida and it's not that hot, not that cold, from what I understand. Um, Grass really doesn't grow starting off in the wintertime unless I use ryegrass, which is different from my floor tam grass that's on the perimeter of the backyard, so it wouldn't even match. So I'm on the fence on whether I want to just throw out grass seeds or try to wait till springtime to put down sod. But then when you put down sod, really got to have a sprinkler system. And that's another thing. He switched out, I had a working sprinkler system. He disconnected my sprinkler system and put in his own watering, I forget what you call it, watering system that is not working. Either he cut the lines. When I tried to Google Lens the box, it said I needed an access code. And even when I plugged in the box, it wasn't working. So he disconnected. I have no idea. So at this point in time, I've spent out so much money. I'm not even going to put in a new sprinkler system. I'm not going to do it. Right now, I'm not going to do it. So what I have it listed for rent. Probably gonna decrease the price because it doesn't come with the sprinkler system. Not all houses have to have a sprinkler system, but that's gonna be my compromise because the backyard is not finished. Um, I think that's all I wanted to say in this video is to discuss where I am in the process and a little bit of what I had to go through and how I really just want this to be over. Um, like I said, I have it posted on a couple of sites, but I haven't even been aggressive in advertising it in other places because on the one hand, I want it rented out because October, November, December, that's 3 months with no rental income. Here we are, December 28th, coming up on January, and no takers for the house so far. On the other hand, I almost don't even want to deal with anybody right now. I don't want to hear any sob stories. I don't want to negotiate. I don't want to. Yeah, so that's where I am right now. I probably skipped over a lot of stuff that has happened since, but like I said, I was kind of have been in and still in a little bit of a funk when it comes to this house because this is my first time dealing with something as severe as this when it comes to being a landlord. I'm coming out of my funk though, because every time, honey, every time I dug into that dirt and put it in the wheelbarrow and picked it up and toted it to the backyard, every time I thought to myself, Valerie, it's going to be okay. You're not dead. You're still healthy enough to even do this stuff for yourself, for one. And number two, number three, you still have your house. You still have your house. All of this is cosmetic, it can be fixed. Number four, they are in an apartment in Indiana. They had to pretty much start over. So you are still in a better position than them. Not that it's a competition, but still, you're in a better position than them. And you can be in a position where you were before, where your house is in good shape, the yard is in good shape, and you're getting rental income. You can get back to that space. So anyway, I'm sorry y'all, this is a long video, but I felt a little chatty today, but I will keep you guys updated on the status, and hopefully I'll get a tenant soon. And I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. I won't let it go this long again before giving you guys an update. So I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great new year. Peace.